DD214 cannot warranty the expressions and suggestions of the contents as well as its accuracy. In addition to the extent permitted by the law, DD214 Gaming shall not be responsible for any losses and or damages due to the usage of the information on our website. By using our website or listening to our podcast, you hereby consent to our disclaimer and agree to its terms. The links contained on our website may lead to external sites which are provided for convenience only. Any information or statements that appeared in these sites are not sponsored, endorsed, or otherwise approved by DD214 Gaming. For these external sites, DD214 Gaming cannot be held liable for the availability of or the content located on or through it, plus any losses or damages occurred from using these contents or the internet generally. Opinions expressed are our own, and we do not represent any DoD or U.S. government entities as a whole. Each individual opinion is their own and does not express the expressions of DD214 Gaming. This channel is produced for mature audiences, and this podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Ah, shit, here they go killing again.
Oh boy, here I go killing again. Fuck yeah.
Episode 30. Episode 30.
Damn,
Season 2.
Is it really already?
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, that time is flying this year, homies. Time is flying. Like,
John,
started this year.
That I am a huge fan of that intro. Like, that is some high quality shit. I'm a fan.
I appreciate that. Thank you. And I, big shout out to placeit.net for all the work that I've been provided to make stuff like that. And it's actually funny. I made something for a friend of mine who I'm going to be bringing under the Clean Sanchez moniker. I made him hey, there's the dirty one, I'm the clean one.
Clean Sanchez.
Yeah, so I made him this intro, and like it took me like maybe 3 minutes to make, and like he practically like texted me in crying emojis and was just like, that was awesome. I'm just like, yeah, thank you. And like, I hear from other people, and like hearing it from you, and I appreciate that. I love it. Wait till you see the new one.
So John, I got a question. If it was a sex act, would a Clean Sanchez be like straight out of the shower? Like if you do the exact same thing as a dirty Sanchez, but it's like fresh out of the shower. It's not really that bad. You know what I mean? Like it's like, you know what I'm saying? Would that be a Clean Sanchez?
I mean, I think we would need to add a little bleach to it just to spice it up a bit. But yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. That's fucking right.
Hilarious. I'm telling you. What you drinking on today, Ronnie?
Well, I was just drinking a soda earlier. I haven't started drinking yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's still a little early.
Yeah. Well, I mean, is it ever too early?
No, I don't have that rule. Like,
no.
It's like if I wake up and it's 7:30 and I feel like having a beer, like, guess I'm gonna have a beer.
When we were roomies, there was no time limit.
No, there was not. There's not a lot of rules for adults in my house. You know
right.
I mean? Like,
time does not exist when you guys are together. That's what it seems like. So
no, it doesn't.
Pretty much.
It doesn't. The laws of time and space don't apply.
But yeah, me and Ronnie have spent more time in the field and downrange in Afghanistan, and
that's for damn.
Actually, on a second deployment in Afghanistan, we were in the same place. We just didn't happen to be in the same company, So me and Ronnie go back to like 2015.
15. Well,
Yeah,
I still remember when he showed up to the company before he went to DCO.
Before I went to DCO, you're right. We were all there at the beginning when they first stood up, right? You're right.
I remember I was a squad leader, and I had just made squad leader. I was an E5 squad leader, and I see this new batch of dudes come in because we had just stood up the battalion and we had just stood up the company, obviously. And I'm seeing all these new guys come in, and I see fucking Jay over there, and I'm like, look, and I look at his hair. That was the first thing I noticed. I said, look at this fucking guy. And it has not changed, bro. Like the hair is like his signature, and like it's a mainstay, and I love
it. They really fucking hated on me for a while for it too. Like I took a lot of flack in that fucking battalion for my goddamn haircut, dude.
I remember, dude.
I think I've given you shit. I think I've asked you a couple times if it's in regulation.
I made sure that it was for a reason.
I got a full breakdown when we were serving together.
Oh shit!
He manages to keep this within reg.
Yeah.
Let's hear it. I gotta hear this.
But
yeah, because I've gotten to know him in the last over a year now, and I'm still learning something every single day. So when I hear these bits and pieces of stories from people that he's been around, and I'm not surprised that he has a breakdown and he knows the loopholes of the loopholes.
Yeah, it was like I got the full breakdown on how he keeps like it cut a certain length so that when it comes up, like he's like, oh, it's still within regs this way. I was like, holy shit, Jay, this is a lot for a statement.
Well, I never liked being that barracks lawyer asshole. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And John, to understand this, you have to understand a little bit of the mentality of, let's say, the infantryman. Okay, so the senior leadership had a certain way of thinking and a certain way of doing things, and I thought coming over to the infantry, it was not going to be a big deal. There's dudes that they have parts in their hair and they look about as cool as you can fucking look in the world. You know,
so tacky. The parts so tacky.
Some of those motherfuckers put shades on, man. They're looking pretty, dude. They're looking pretty, and they're technically
don't know their fucking job.
But they don't know the job. And then I come in, I slick my hair back, and I got like a sergeant major barking up my ass about my hair being slicked back, and I'm like, I don't look good with a part, and my hair naturally parts in the middle, so my hair would normally just do this on the side, right? And I'm like, I look like shit. If I try to part it one way or the other, it just doesn't work. I look like a fucking chomo. Just put it that way, all right? So you
look like Doug.
Yeah, I look like just a fucking loser ass pussy, right? So I slick my hair back because it looks better on me. You would be amazed the amount of people that all of a sudden gave a fuck about hair in the infantry. I was shocked, so I had to keep it. I had to keep it a certain way so that no matter who asked me at any given time, I could prove to them, that it wasn't that long and it wasn't out of regulation. Like that's
man.
But clearly I'm a stubborn asshole because I never gave it up. Like,
as a 92 golf, I don't know why.
Those are my people right there.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I don't understand why the dude next to me's got 4 inches of hair with sticking out of his damn cap, and I had just a little sprout, and I'm being told to push.
Right.
And I'm looking up and I'm like, what the fuck did I do? And then the one answer they gave me was, oh, it's because you're in 1/10. Like, oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense. All right. So, and I just shaved. I just started shaving it. I was like, fuck it. I'm done.
That was actually, and that was, go ahead, Ronnie. Man. There you go. Yeah. That was, and on it, Jonathan, that was actually the reason I grew my hair out in the first place in the Army. Cause the first about 5 years I was in the Army, I shaved my head, and I was like, okay, I'm getting ready to become an NCO. I'm going to be a sergeant now. I need to start looking a little bit more professional. Start looking more of the part, at least in my own head, looking more of the part. So that's why I grew my hair out long enough to kind of like slick it back with some product, use some product and slick my hair back and look a little bit more professional as a non-commissioned officer. At least that was my idea.
But still cool, which is important.
But still cool. It's still looking good though.
Yeah.
Still looking fucking good.
And what's hilarious too, that his GTA character has
Yeah.
the exact same
Yeah,
slick back and
yeah.
shaved sides, just like him. You got his GTA character. He's got like he's all ugly and shit. It's fucking it's funny, man. Black shirt, baggy pants, black boots, Las Vegas shades. It's all there, man.
I've looked functionally the same as a civilian since like 1998, bro. Like I mean, like my fashion sense is not going anywhere. Okay, like what you see is what you get.
It's like he like
he looks
the
like
style,
a bassist from like a grunge band. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
or like the security guard of a cigar shop or something. Like
my glasses.
yeah.
oh shit, there he goes. There he goes.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Hell yeah.
It's good. It's good to be seen. You know.
Yeah. All right, Sergeant at Arms of Unsaid MC.
Yeah, I'm not here for a long time, but I am here for a good time. Okay.
Right.
It's fucking funny, dude.
Oh man.
That's
Hey,
fucking
so
hilarious.
just to get before we get into some things real quick, I got to talk about Dark real quick.
The TV show.
Yeah, Ronnie, have you seen it?
I have not, man.
All right, so
that's the first time I'm hearing about it.
So the best way to describe it, how I'm describing it best to my friends is,
okay,
it's 2019, kids go missing, they go into a cave, they get thrown back in time. They're stuck in a time loop, and like everything that I thought I was right about, I was fucking wrong about. And there's just like one blow after another. All these kids are missing. Some of them are alive. Some of them are dead. Some of them are like who the fuck knows? I don't know.
What streaming services is on?
Netflix. And Jay,
so I recommended it to John, Ronnie, and the way I describe it is it's the best TV show I've ever seen in my life. I second that. It's only 3 seasons long, and it has a definitive ending. And any question?
It's not like Lost.
No.
No.
And
that tragedy of an ending.
Well, and that's and me and John were talking earlier about that. Not only that is whatever questions you have throughout the course of the TV show, by the end of the show, all of your questions are answered.
That's good.
And it is fucking amazing. And I don't like even saying any more than that, because I don't like to even take a chance on giving anything away, because it is that fucking amazing.
And that's the thing about the show, is that you either have to give as little as possible, because you'll spoil something, because it's just so
every episode has spoilers. Every fucking episode
it's a
has
twist, and now
some type of twist, spoiler, fucking whatever. You're like, what the actual fuck is going on?
Yeah,
but as it goes, it keeps building, and it's like the crescendo. Like the crescendo, like you know.
Okay.
Now
you
the last,
I'm gonna watch it.
Now the last time
my eyeballs had an orgasm.
Now the last time I gave a 10, the last time I gave a 10 for something was just recently for Jack Stacks.
Yeah, Jack Stack Barbecue in Kansas City.
Okay, yeah. I gave it 10. It's very hard for me to give a 10.
Oh damn!
But what the fuck? This first season, like Jay said, he says it's the best show he's ever seen in his life. I'm only 1 season in, and this is the best show I have ever seen in my life.
You can't make those claims.
No,
it's very I've seen it. I've seen it. You know how much TV I typically don't watch.
Right.
So I do not say lightly when I say it's the best TV show I've ever seen. It's for all the reasons I gave. It's only 3 seasons long, so it's a long enough story to keep you entertained for a marginal amount of time.
Yeah.
It's only 3 seasons long. It has a definitive ending. It ends.
It's very powerful. It's
extremely and all questions get answered. And it's like they found out a way. Like the writing is perfect. It's the writing. And I told John, watch it, because it's a German show. It's German. So I told John, I was like, watch it with them speaking German with English subtitles.
Yeah, and there's
that's it's perfect.
Is it like Black Mirror?
Oh, it's way better.
But but way better. Yeah.
The one thing that I love about this is that it's so grounded. Where when you watch time travel stuff or sci-fi stuff, you see like all these crazy, stupid looking portals. This doesn't rely on that. This show does not rely on that, and it keeps it grounded, and that's what is so special. It's written well. The cast is like, oof. I'm convinced that I'm looking at a fucking reality series. That's how good the acting is. It's
Wow.
you know what this show, if it's just 3 seasons, I'm okay with that because that means that they ended it right. So
That's right.
but there's one thing that I did notice, and I find it really funny. And thinking about it a lot, I'm thinking, okay, well, that's a part of history they don't want to be a part of. They start, when you look at the timelines, 1953, 1921, they skip a whole, from what I understand, from what I've seen so far, they skip and don't talk about the Nazi era at all. And it's very,
on purpose.
Yeah,
it's
it's very powerful to understand that too. That is not featured at all, and they skip a whole
era basically.
Yeah, a whole era.
And you will understand why the years are the way they are later. I don't.
Yeah, but
I can't. That's obviously one of those questions floating around your head, and I'm just like,
how many episodes are the seasons?
10.
About 10, yeah.
Yeah, to put
10, 11, some shit like that.
To put into perspective, we watched like the first 3. Once I got to episode 3, the ending of episode 2, I was like, I'm in it. When episode 3 happened, I watched from 3 to 7, and then last night I went from 7 to 10. Like
like you have to know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, like
I gotta check this out.
It's very
typing this up major.
It's powerful.
You know what though, and I gotta hand this to Jay. He is a very good judge of character of people, TV shows, and I will say this, video games, because he put me on Ghost of Tsushima.
Fuck yeah.
And, I took him up on. Remember, I called you when I bought it.
Yeah.
He was like, "I am actually excited for you to play this game."
Absolutely.
I was like, Jesus, because I remember him.
I could hear his voice. I could hear him saying it, like that genuine, like
he was looking forward to it, to hear my review of it. And I played that game religiously for like a week straight, and definitely one of the greatest games of all time I've ever played. So I appreciate that, Jay.
Hey, dude, I'm on my 3rd playthrough on the game right now on the hard setting. I started on easy.
Oof.
And then I went medium, and I'm going to try to do hard. And then if I can get through hard, I'm going to do the final setting. The final difficulty setting is if you get hit, you die.
Oh,
so like, can you imagine how? Well, I mean, you have infinite lives, but can you imagine how long it would take to play? Now, I can go on the hard setting. I can go usually about 15, 20 minutes before I do something stupid or fuck up or get surrounded. I get overwhelmed basically, but like on that setting, like if you get hit once, you die. And I want to try to play through that motherfucker on that setting. Like
that's how I'm playing Back 4 Blood right now.
Dude, Ronnie, the sword fights are so much. Like the duels are so much harder on fucking.
Bro, they're already hard on normal.
Bro,
like, they get hard.
Dude, it's like it gets like exponentially worse. Like you have to like. I was like, there was one night I had like one too many beers, and I was like, this ain't happening. I just fucking went to bed. I was like, I'm just getting my fucking ass handed to me. You know what I mean? Because I didn't have the freaking coordination because it was like just a little bit too tipsy to freaking play. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I would tell you that game, I played it all the way through. I chose the ending where you kill the your mentor at the end. You know, because I'm kind of like that. And
take the power like the Sith. You know what I mean? Like like assume the role.
That game is so fucking beautiful, man. Like
it really is,
and it has inspired me. Literally, I was like, I'm going to Japan. Like I need to see this for myself.
Absolutely,
the beauty of this country,
and that shows a lot too, because they gave the developers the key to the city and they turned them into ambassadors. You know that So for you to say that, it makes so much sense that they made possibly the perfect PlayStation game.
They really did.
Yeah,
they really fucking did.
Sure, 100%. That was an amazing game.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yep. That's
beautiful. And I got the idea. I got the idea for that game because we did our podcast on the goddamn video game awards last year.
Yeah.
And that was what got that. And I saw it nominated for so many awards or whatever. And I was like, okay, I'll check it out.
I think it won like 1 or 2 of them too, right? It won a few of them.
It won a couple, yeah.
Yeah.
Do I hear a DD214 group trip to Japan coming up?
Oh, fuck.
Hell yeah, dude.
Listen, the conversations, DD214 World Tour.
I'm I'll be like the first person to get banned from a country in like forever. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, you're probably already banned from Singapore, so.
hey man, if I wasn't born here, I'd be banned from America, bro. Like, I'm dangerous to your health, dude.
They
Like,
still could. They could still do it.
Partying with me is fucking dangerous to your health. Like, it is not good.
See, this is
You're
why.
not lying.
This is why we're gonna end up on Sirius XM and not Spotify.
Yeah.
Tell you, man, we don't fuck around with the bullshit here, man. Like, Jesus hates a pussy, dude. So we don't act like one. You know what I mean? Like,
I love it.
I'm telling you.
G4, we're still listening. We're still listening.
G4. Dude, we'll suck dick for food. All right. Like,
oh shit. You know what's really funny? You know this is so off tangent right now, but my mom was supposed to be here 2 hours ago and she's not here.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, she said she was doing something with their car. She was supposed to, I don't know, whatever.
Whatever.
I'm really thinking like where the fuck is my mom? Like, what the fuck is going on here? Other little things. The Xbox mini fridge is fucking sold out. So if you have $100 to spend on the Xbox mini fridge,
tell the truth. They're not sold out. They fell off the back of a truck a couple times. Okay.
That's probably, yeah. More like
so the scalpers have taken over Target, Walmart, GameStop, whatever, Best Buy, wherever you could get this fucking fridge at, it's gone. Okay.
Jesus.
You will. If you have $100, you better find a way to go to the corner and times that by 10, because that's how much you'll be paying for an Xbox mini fridge.
How much is that? So what is the retail price though? It's $100.
It is a $100 Xbox Series X mini fridge. They made one. They made one as a contest, and Xbox was so like overwhelmed with how many people wanted it. It's a beautiful thing. It's beautiful, but it just. Okay. You know,
because I mean, isn't a normal like mini fridge like $25-$50, something like that? Like $50.
Yeah. So like, so $100 is reasonable for.
Yeah, I would pay that for an Xbox fridge.
Yeah, I'm just curious. Yeah, but I talking about artificial. What do they call that in supply? When there's an artificial shortage or whatever.
Well, you can see it right here. 290, 270. You know. You know, they're going in, and you know, this is the fridge right here. Yeah, and you know, that's the fridge right there.
Interesting.
It's a beautiful piece of equipment, and
beautiful.
Yeah, right. Who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want that?
I mean, I mean,
definitely buy that.
I mean, see, I like getting like regular ass like beater ass like old refrigerators and shit like for like mini fridges, because you can just like spray paint them and like just do whatever the fuck you want.
Put a bunch of slaps all over them.
Yeah, dude. Like, you put like dumbass stickers like in your like man cave all over. You know, it's like,
yeah.
I mean, if we're talking about functionality of a freaking mini fridge here, we're just talking about like I just need something to keep beverages cold and/or certain types of food cold. That's it. So whether it's
bean and cheese burritos.
Exactly. Like exactly. Like, I mean, you know, like I just need to know that I've got something going, you know, in my place, so I don't have to fucking walk 10 feet because I'm lazy as fuck.
Right.
You know, who wants to walk 10 feet when you can reach like 2 feet over and have a fucking fridge right there? Yeah. Like that's functionality right there.
Okay. You know? Speaking of burritos, we need to talk about something.
Okay.
What the fuck is this, Jay?
Oh, dude, I saw that yesterday.
Oh, did you see that shit?
What the fuck is that?
That is what passes as Mexican food in Kansas City.
No way, bro. Dude. Stick the fucking barbecue, KC.
Yeah, dude. I was like, I felt so, dude. I honestly, I feel really bad because my girlfriend took us there, and I feel bad because like it's one of her favorite places to go, and I'm like, that's what
shit.
I can't blame people out here for not having.
That's a red flag.
Dude, one red flag. All the fucking red flags.
One of my favorites.
One of her favorites. Excuse me, one of her favorites. But
here's not Mexican food.
That's Play-Doh.
That's fucking Taco Bell.
This is exactly why what you see, though, and the reason for that is anytime I got so spoiled on Mexican food growing up in Arizona. that anytime I go to a Mexican restaurant anywhere else in the country, I'll order something very basic because it's like if they can't get the basic thing right, why would I order like a platter or whatever the fuck, right? So that in that picture, that was just a bean and beef burrito smothered in queso sauce. That's all it was. And it was like
it was
you would
in
think
something else sauce.
Bro,
Underwear sauce.
Ronnie, Ronnie, how many times we've been to the field and downrange? You know, I'm not a picky eater. You know, I gives no fucks. Like, I only made it through 2 bites. Dude. I was like, I got to put this down. This just ain't happening. I kept eating chips and salsa and kind of finished my beer. I mean, that's like, and it was I wasn't trying to disrespect even I wasn't trying to disrespect the establishment. I know that's kind of the standard here.
They're disrespecting themselves by making that.
Facts. And Hispanic.
Bro, if you come to the Midwest, don't eat Mexican or get reviews first. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Showed that shit to Donna and she almost threw up in her mouth, bro.
Dude, I'm telling you, bro.
Hang on.
I don't know if you know this. My wife is Mexican and native, and she makes some bomb ass Hispanic, culture food here in the house, and dude, that shit right there, that's sacrilege.
Hang on a second.
It was an abomination.
Jay went to a place that
he's like, have you ever?
Jay, what's your thought?
Have you ever seen a train wreck have an abortion? Like,
my wife said it. My wife said it looks like cat food with jizz all over it in a burrito.
I didn't say it was authentic Mexican.
It's not your fault, baby. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. It was none of this is your fault. It is not your fault. I grew up in Arizona. It's not your fault.
Hey, tell her we're not dragging her,
it's not. We're not dragging your taste in food down the drain here. Like this
is
all about like me.
That's what we're doing.
It's me being an extremely picky bitch with Mexican food.
My mom will be here soon, like 15-20 minutes.
That's nasty.
Yeah, so I don't know what the fuck that is. When you guys come out to the East Coast, dude, there's a Spanish spot right up the block from me. Hell, the people, yeah, there's a Puerto Rican spot. I'm Puerto Rican. My wife is Puerto Rican, and let me tell you, my wife, bro, she makes the fucking best fucking pork chops I've ever had in my life. Now, I mean, if you want Mexican, we can go right downstairs to my neighbors. They're Mexican, and they make some. Yo, let me tell you, my hallways smell like a fucking Mexican cafeteria.
A Mexiteria smells like a Mexiteria.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
I'm telling you. So while we're on the subject of food, I got to give a big shout out to the homie who was our guest a couple weeks ago, Doc Schupp. I finally found it here. Last week, the New Jersey veterans team participated and celebrated Cheeseburger Day by distributing cheeseburger meals throughout the state. The entire mission was created and managed by the team's outreach director, Doc Schupp. Major shout out to Doc Schupp. And don't forget, remember that one comment from that dude? More Doc Schupp.
More Doc Schupp. Yeah.
More Doc Schupp.
Absolutely.
So he the entire mission was created and managed by the team's director, Doc Schupp, and over 400 veterans from Bronx, New York to Middlesex County, New Jersey were given meals, brand new clothing, computers, and tablets.
Yeah, that's
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yep, awesome. The Bergen County team was led by Doc Schupp, Chris Bratch, and his Strangers Helping Strangers team, and inspired by Billy Davis, an amazing individual who manages the Billy Davis Foundation. This group was responsible for distributing cheeseburgers throughout Bergen County, and all the food was donated by Steve's Burger of Bergen County too. They were dropped off to veterans' homes and veterans' housing units. This is beautiful.
Absolutely,
I'm all about that community service, man.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. This is what it's all about, And I mean, dude, look at him. He's loving that.
Oh yeah.
Lots of great things going on, and I got to throw in another major shout out to Doc Schupp too, because he contacted me yesterday to be a part of. Oh, by the way, guys, this is pre-recorded, just so you guys know. So it's Saturday today. Lots of things. Listen, guys, we're fucking busy. All right, we got lives. We got shit. We got fucking shit to do.
We'll be live. We will be live next week. We'll be live next week for Halloween.
Yeah. So we are. So I mean, I got some footage here with Doc Schupp where today they were doing horse ranch therapy,
Okay.
and they had UFC fighter Jimmy Rivera.
Okay.
They're training with the veterans out there today.
Huh.
Oh, sweet.
You know, so once again, Doc Schupp doing the work, and we had if you guys missed that episode, go back a couple episodes and check it
Absolutely.
out. Some of the stuff that Doc does is amazing, and if you guys are in the tri-state area, make sure that if you want to be a part, if you want to help out, contact the New Jersey Veterans Network, Nightlife Entertainment, Doc Schupp. They always got something going on, and the more numbers, the more people, the more happy veterans, and all that good stuff, man. So gonna be working with Doc Schupp pretty soon. Hopefully gonna be seeing him very soon to be part of some events as well. Man, this is feel good shit right here. This is feel good
awesome,
shit.
Man. I haven't met him yet, but he sounds like a hell of a dude.
Yeah, he's
very, if Ronnie, if you're on a road trip or something, you get bored, dude, like put on our episode with Doc Schupp, and he's actually very, very well spoken gentleman, and obviously a veteran, and he does like everything for the New Jersey veterans community, basically. So we were actually really lucky to even have him on our show.
Yeah,
like
and
he's
to even
something of a local celebrity around parts of New Jersey.
Yeah,
so.
and what's actually very beautiful about some of the work that he does, to kind of throw into perspective, when I met him in a Facebook group, group full of gamers and geeks and stuff. I didn't even know he was a veteran, but there we were, and we spoke, and I was living in Fort Benning, and he was just like, hey, man, whenever you come back to New Jersey, I'll give you work. So what happened? The week I came back from New Jersey, he gave me work. There you go. Just a stranger from a Facebook group. Didn't even know who he was, and he's just like, he goes, I got you, man, I got you. And ever since then, he's been, I've seen the guy pull off miracles. The guy's a workaholic, the guy's a helpaholic, he's a loveaholic, he cares, so Doc Schupp, thank you, man. Veterans serving veterans, man.
Hell yeah, that inspires me.
Hell yeah. Now it's time to talk a little shit right now.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Real quick, because we all well, some of us used to play Call of Duty, but
I still play every day, like literally every day.
So the Ricochet anti-cheat is apparently here, and it doesn't fucking work.
Surprise!
I was gonna say, I haven't noticed the difference, man. I'm still getting schwacked by fucking nobody nerd fucking hackers,
dude.
Daily.
That's I. Everybody knows how I feel. I tried really, really hard to be patient, and parody was a big deal for me, and then the hacking was a big deal. And it's just like, I guess if I'm lucky playing that game, I'll get in the lobby that like my team has more hackers. You know what I mean? So at least I'll get some fucking W's. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I mean, because it got to that point for me, and I think I've played with. I think I was telling John a couple of weeks ago. This entire year, I've played with actual people on multiplayer probably 10 times at a maximum, probably. Because I remember that one night you and Wag were trying to get a hold of me,
right?
And that was like, I think I might have picked it up one time since then,
literally.
Shit. And that was what like 2 or 3 months ago, bro.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Yeah, that was a hot minute ago. Like,
it's interesting too, because every now and then I'll go back. Oh, because I deleted Call of Duty off my Xbox. It's now I have it on my PC.
I mean, it's a massive file. So it's
listen, and there's some games coming out. All right, I'm sorry, Activision, but y'all ain't cutting it for me no more. All right, Back for Blood came out. It's a fucking good game. I'm obsessed. Replaced is about to come out. Redfall's about to come out. Starfield's about to come out. Like, I'm sorry, dog.
Is Back for Blood cross-platform?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I'll probably buy it because I like.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Left 4 Dead.
That's right. You gotta buy it.
yeah. I'm not a Steam user. I get it.
No, it's on the Game Pass too.
Oh,
it's funny. I got a buddy of mine that I work with that I've been playing Back for Blood with, and he said to me, he goes, it's on Game Pass. I'm like, yeah. He goes, I just paid $60 fucking for it. I'm just like, well. No, what can I say? Hey, but The game's fun. I'm actually kind of impressed with how fun it is, so it's good.
I'm gonna be shocked if PlayStation doesn't adopt the Game Pass model, because it's like I was saying a couple weeks ago. It's like back in the day, we used to be able to rent video games to see if we liked them before we bought them.
Yep.
And the Game Pass gives you the perfect opportunity to do exactly that.
Yeah,
Right?
some of those games stay permanently too.
Say again.
Some of those games stay there like for
Right.
life. You know,
Right.
they come out on launch and they stay there. Like Forza Horizon 5 is about to come out, and I got my wheel ready. I'm ready to go. You know, I'm ready to go. So
John ain't fucking around.
You know, this Forza Horizon 5 is coming out. It's going straight to Game Pass at launch. You know, it's the same, you know, so it's staying on Game Pass. You know, listen, we've shit the bed on fucking PlayStation way too much. So now we're just gonna talk good on what's good out there, you know. But I do agree the PlayStation, but I thought they did have a model like that, like some kind. Well,
I mean,
like, wasn't that what the PlayStation Plus service was?
It was kind of.
Yeah, I mean,
ish. It was more like PlayStation.
But it basically lets anybody wanted to play.
Yeah, it's like they let you play online for free, basically ish, you know. But that's part of like Plus, basically.
Yeah.
And then, as far as like games, like having free games, like there's stuff out there, yes, but it's not anywhere near the level of like the Xbox Game Pass, where you download the fucking game. And as long as you've got Game Pass until your Game Pass runs out, you can play those fucking games. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
and now Xbox has the cloud,
right? And that's like I said, Sony has been, and like you just said, we've been shitting on Sony for several months now, but Sony's been making so many bad decisions. If they don't do something like a Game Pass, I don't know what they're gonna do. I still haven't heard of a next gen game that's going to make me want to buy the console. You know, that like the next gen game doesn't exist yet. As far as like, you're not going to see, man. I'm telling you, like it's
Jay,
Sony and
Sony. I'm gonna have to respectfully disagree.
What do you got? What
you got? You know damn well when God of War Ragnarok comes out, you're going to want to buy a PS5.
No, because I can get it on the PS4.
You're not going to want to experience that game on PS5.
I'm not saying I wouldn't want to. I'm saying it's not gonna convince me to buy the console. I can't justify that expenditure for when I got the PS4 when we got back from Helmand, I got God of War and Red Dead Redemption 2.
Right.
Those two games by themselves were worth the purchase of the console. Plus the console had been out for a couple of years, so the price had dropped obviously a little bit. It was still pricey, but the price had dropped a little bit. But those two games justified the purchase. Yes. To answer your question, I want to play Ragnarok on PS5. I would love to experience that. My buddy, Staff Sergeant Bodette, the 12 Charlie, he got a PS5. He says the controllers are fucking amazing. Like when it rains, he said you can like feel the fucking raindrops on your fucking hand when you're fucking. Right. I swear to God, like it sounds amazing. I'm not saying that. I'm saying one game is not. I haven't. God of War, yes, I'll give you God of War, but I need another. I'm gonna need at least two. Then maybe you're okay. You're right. I need two games. God of War is probably one.
Well, they're talking GTA 6. What's up? My bad, John.
Oh no, you're good.
Maybe.
They're talking about an exclusive Star Wars game coming out on PlayStation also.
Oh yeah.
It's supposed to be an open world PlayStation exclusive.
It's Knights of the Old Republic. Like what?
Yeah, listen.
Dude, that game.
Yeah, listen. Knights of the Old Republic, like back in the day, was that shit, bro. Like that was that shit.
I was in fucking middle school spending hours on KOTOR. It was ridiculous. Love that damn game. I'm a Star Wars nerd. If you didn't know.
Oh, yeah. Nothing wrong with that. We all did. That's all we do over here is like fucking nerd out half the time, dude.
Yeah,
like,
man.
That's all we do.
Dude.
Bruh.
I loved it because I immediately went dark side when I started playing KOTOR. Like immediately went dark side.
You kind of have to. I mean, I don't know how everybody else plays.
You think I'm done?
There we go. That's the one. That's the one I want. Yes, that's the one I want.
Look at these pages, though. The pages are. Yeah.
That looks like a fun.
Oh, you think I'm done?
That looks like a fun book. Is that like the Mandalorian code?
Oh yeah.
Are those canon? Are those books considered canon?
These are canon. Shut
the fuck up.
So the Jedi Path has oh shit. Oh damn. Here, babe.
Yeah, careful, don't burn your books, dude.
So, dude, if you look at these pages, they're made to look weathered. It looks like shit, like purposely.
Right.
Yeah.
And so the cool thing about this book, it has all the Jedi's, their signatures are here.
Nice.
And then when you go in, when you hear the story of the one, you know, which we still don't know if it's Luke or Anakin, it's fucking crossed out.
Oh, dude, it's all redacted.
Yeah,
awesome.
So it goes through the
redacted.
So this goes through the history of the Jedi. This is like a Bible of the Sith, and this is a fucking training manual.
That's fucking awesome.
Now, this one that I have here is probably one of my favorite ones. Oh shit. I'll show you this in a minute. William Shakespeare's Star Wars.
What? What story does it tell?
Yeah.
A New Hope.
A New Hope? Okay. In Shakespearean English? I'm assuming.
Vader. Be thou not so surprised, for well thou knowst, a mercy mission this was not this time. Thine innocent appearance doth disguise a heart with revolution at its core.
Hell
That's
yeah.
actually not bad.
It's
little known nerd fact about Jay. I took Shakespeare my junior year of high school as an elective, but it counted as an English class.
Yeah.
And I ended up being on the Shakespeare club in my junior year. So little nerd.
Yay. Yeah.
I also was a thespian. I also was in drama. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
And this and so this fell out of the book of the William Shakespeare book. So this I'm sorry, I haven't seen this in a long time. I stole this from a Borders I stole it from a Borders when I was homeless with my wife. And you know, being the Batman fan that I am, this came from a book. It's Bruce Wayne's house. It's Wayne Manor. It's the property.
Nice.
Oh, sick.
So you ripped a page out of a book from a Borders?
It was a map. The map was in the book, and it was like a mystery book, and it was like you had to find out who killed Bruce Wayne, and this was like part of it, and it like looks all, dude. All right, let's not get emotional. Let's not get emotional.
Yeah, we're not gonna get emotional here.
But yeah, that's pretty cool. But you know, dude, Star Wars.
Yes. And Kotar. Oh my god, dude. But when I found out they were remaking that game, dude, it made me happy on a way that I haven't been happy in a very long time.
So is it like sandbox style? Like is it like GTA but in the Star Wars galaxy, or what is it?
No, well, the original Kotar wasn't. Kotar was open world to it was like linear open world, if that makes sense.
Okay,
but
yeah, it does.
Yes, I'm sure they're gonna be more open world with this.
Yeah, so you know they don't have any like actual game. Yeah, you know, it's
fucking the Sith have the fucking best code, dude. I love the fucking Sith's code.
Oh yeah. No, but you know who's got the better code though? The Gray Jedi.
Have you
ever heard the Gray Jedi code, Jay?
I want to say I've stumbled across on the internet, but I don't recall it as well.
So they're like in the middle. So that there is no dark side nor a light side. There is only the Force. I will do what I must to keep the balance. There is no good without evil, but evil must not be allowed to flourish. There is passion yet peace. There is serenity yet emotion. There is chaos yet order. So they're literally like diving in the Gray Jedi are in the fucking middle. They're like they are so badass because. Like Mace Windu is a Gray Jedi, you know. Okay. If you because he had we're fucking geeking out right now, boy.
Absolutely, we're nothing wrong with that.
You know, Mace Windu in canon, he knew about the dark side. He studied the dark side. The same thing with Qui-Gon Jinn. So Qui-Gon Jinn, in essence, is also a Gray Jedi. You know, and if you look at the way that like Qui-Gon spoke, he was always in the middle about everything. You know, he believed in things, but he understood that there was a natural order of bullshit that was to come.
I would describe Qui-Gon if it was a religion here on Earth. I would describe Qui-Gon as a Taoist. you know, like the yin yang symbol, like the Chinese philosophy.
Yes.
That the yin yang comes from. It's called Taoism. I would definitely think or consider Qui-Gon a Taoist. You know,
They're
very
Greys in general.
you know, very neutral, very balanced, very emotionally balanced.
Yep.
You know, just cool. Basically, is really what it comes down. Just very cool. You know what I mean? You never saw him get pissed off or angry. You know what I mean? Like very in control, basically,
Yeah.
of himself specifically.
Now, as soldiers, now we all, it's very common for soldiers to be very big Star Wars fans. It's very hard not to find someone who's in the military that does not like Star Wars. And do you think that there's like a strong connect with that militaristic style that the Empire has, or how like the rebels are? Do you think that because
we had conversation about that?
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that probably the soft correlation there is that whether you're on the light or the dark side, I think that the attraction to serve and to be a loyalist to something bigger than yourself, I think that's probably why a lot of us kind of draw ourselves to Star Wars, or maybe we were more than likely we were drawn to Star Wars before the military, and it kind of just all kind of correlates together.
Yeah, it's very special because you play games like my favorite Star Wars game is Battlefront 2. I never finished the story, but just being able to be a stormtrooper and listen to some of the orders. Like, I mean, if you look at like the old Battlefront 2 that came out for PS2, that was like one of the best games that came out of its time, where you're not playing a full-on multiplayer game, but
that game was way ahead of its time. I didn't even play that game, but just from everything I've read about it, and that's like that game was way ahead of its time. Like,
the Star and we have the Mandalorian game rumored to be coming out soon. We had Bethesda's working on a fucking open world Star Wars game, which I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do with that.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, and to circle back to what Ronnie was just saying, comparing the Star Wars and the like of Star Wars and some of that stuff with real life. There was a scene in The Mandalorian. It was Bill Burr when Bill Burr and the Mandalorian have to sneak into that like Empire stronghold or whatever, and Bill Burr sits down with that higher ranking Empire Joker that was at the same battle as he was,
which was such a nerd moment, because if you follow the canon,
what was cool to me about it was sometimes when you sit down with another veteran, somebody who's had shared experiences with you, and obviously in that specific TV show, there was a lot of tension, obviously for obvious reasons if you watch the show. And I don't want to say there's always that kind of tension when you sit down and talk to another veteran, but especially if you sit down and talk with somebody that you have some shared experiences with, it can get very serious very quickly, because some of the stuff you remember and talk about or interacting with somebody that you shared a lot of time with, it brings a lot of stuff back up to the surface, and all of a sudden you're remembering stuff that you haven't thought of in like months, years, decades, possibly. You know what I mean? Like, and all of a sudden you're like, oh fuck yeah, I remember that guy. Whatever, fucking blah 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 blah. Like, and that's exactly how that shit happens. And I thought that was a really cool moment in that show, that they kind of showed that connection between two Empire veterans, right before Bill Burr decided to do what he did. You know what I mean? So yeah.
No, Bill Burr is great. And what's funny, I don't know if you've seen his interviews after he did the show. He hates Star Wars. He's not a Star Wars fan. He hates it. He hates the fans. He hates Star Wars. And I'm not mad at him about it, because some fucking,
he's Bill Burr. He's Bill Burr.
Well, on top of that, a lot of fans are toxic. There are a lot of fucking toxic traits, especially
they bully
sports fans.
Yeah, they bully the fuck out of that poor kid that played fucking Anakin Skywalker.
They did. But there's nothing more toxic than wrestling fans. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. You motherfuckers are toxic and made me hate wrestling. Like I can't even enjoy it. Oh, why is this person gonna push? How about you shut the fuck up, and if you want to understand it, just watch the goddamn thing. Fans.
Yeah.
And then you got the fans who just like to enjoy, who just like to watch it, who just want to be there for the action. I don't fucking know.
Hey, no worries.
Oh my god.
So where are we at?
Ronnie, did you ever use Mixer when it was around? Oh wait, you were on PlayStation. I don't think they had Mixer on PlayStation. Well, were you familiar with Mixer?
Ronnie, can you hear us? Uh-oh. Can you hear us?
I think he's still. I think.
I see him moving. Can you hear us?
Yo, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yo.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hang on, I'm right ahead. I think he's connected. His Bluetooth is still connected.
Hold on, I'm gonna try to hop back in.
Your Bluetooth is connected. He'll be right back.
Yeah, I think his Bluetooth is connected. But yeah, Mixer. Ninja did a pretty interesting interview.
Okay.
Where he talks about Mixer, and a lot of things that weren't spoken about during that time was the fact that there was a very strong toxic environment that was at Mixer during that time. A lot of people didn't want to talk about it, but it was there.
Okay.
That's a that's a big problem.
Yeah, that was the one they had like the problem with kind of like the frat house environment type thing. Is that kind of what that's kind of what started it all, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, absolutely. So like Mixer, they were out here. There he is.
Can you hear us now?
Sweet. Yeah. So
can you hear us, Ronnie? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good now. I tried to put my AirPod in, and that like messed everything up.
Oh, good fucking job, dude.
Yeah. So, hey, you know what? You want technology to work, but then it just does stupid shit.
Yeah, it just fucks you every time.
Exactly.
Yeah. So right here up above, this was during the Courage and Nade Shot show. Ninja, this
which one is he? Is he the one with the crazy blue hair?
With the blue hair.
Yeah, that's that guy.
Yeah. Okay. So
he looks like a Smurf.
Yeah, and you know what? you gotta give credit where it's due, because the guy did something that nobody else did. He made millions of dollars playing Fortnite. Okay.
Right.
I couldn't do that.
I'm not. Yeah.
You're not
gonna hear me talk that kind of shit. I joke around about a dude's appearance. That's not.
No. Yeah.
Path for himself.
Yeah, that dude's got fuck you money that I don't have. So like,
exactly. And he was smart, because before he went PG, he was cursing up a fucking storm and stuff like that. So he came in, did the Fortnite thing, appealed to the kids, got famous, got all these crazy sponsorships that no one else could possibly get. Like, who the hell gets a gamer gets a sponsorship with Red Bull, Adidas?
Right.
All these other companies.
Up to that time, it was fairly unheard of.
Absolutely. And
he plays the path for a lot of gamers.
He really did.
Gamers.
He really, and you know what? And on top of that, he also, him being a major streamer, he would raid other younger streamers and made them famous. Famous now. So he, it's really cool. So he was the top Twitch star for a long time, and then Mixer came along. Now, the thing about Mixer, I was explaining this to Jay earlier. Mixer was everything. Okay, it was a streaming platform where a young Joe Schmo like myself could stream on it, and I was averaging 15 to 40 viewers a stream playing Fallout 76 when it came out, and I was so close to partnership, and then Mixer shut down. So I was creating a path already. And during this time that I was almost as a partner, Ninja had switched over to Mixer in a multi-million-dollar contract.
I remember hearing that.
Yeah. So, and let me tell you,
and then it collapsed.
And a lot, he cites in the interview that he explains that he truly himself and many other people believed in Mixer. Another famous streamer named Shroud made his way over there too, made millions of dollars. Now, the requirements for Mixer weren't the same as Twitch, but Ninja was doubling his streaming hours for Mixer without them asking, because he believed in it that much. And if he was still bringing in the numbers, and it just didn't work. Now, one thing that wasn't spoken about was a toxic work environment that happened at Mixer during that time. And, it's not available, but in one of our first episodes, we covered this, and it was there was a whistleblower who came out and talked about what happened.
That's right.
There was a lot of overwhelming work, that there was a lot of pressure. People were staying overtime, from what I read, 12 to 16 hours a day sometimes. And it failed.
Yeah. And there was a lot of apparent, like so-called bro culture, basically. I mean, there was a lot of, and obviously, and it happened. It seemed to happen so fast that by the time once it all started coming out, it was over. It was already over.
The next day.
And that was it. Like, it was like, holy shit. Well, that just happened.
And this is where the problem lies for me. So we had Facebook Gaming, which fucking sucks. It fucking sucks. You can't navigate around it. You don't, there's so many different things. It's disorganized. And Facebook bought Mixer. So why didn't you just continue Mixer? And the thing with Mixer is that they had this feature where, let's say the both of you were watching my stream, and I had to go take a piss, or I wanted to smoke a blunt or something.
Right.
So you can click a button that says use my controller, and you could play my game on my stream.
Right.
That's interactive as fuck.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. It's a great idea.
Yeah. Co-streams were also a major thing too, because on Twitch, the only way you could co-stream is if you're a partner and as if you're in a team. On Mixer, there was no requirement. So they really, the Mixer was it. It was powerful, and literally, like, a cat could go in there and become a fucking partner. It was for the people, and it's a shame that it's gone now. Fuck Facebook Gaming. Fuck Facebook Gaming.
I mean, it seems really hard these days for anything good to last very long. John, do you have a cell phone next to your microphone? Just out of curiosity.
Not anymore.
Yeah, I'm hearing that feedback too.
At first I thought it might be me, but I was like, I don't think it's me, but whatever. All right, well, we'll just keep punching through it.
Yeah. It's okay. So, listen, if they're not dedicated enough, they can go fuck themselves. Absolutely. All right? If you're not dedicated, okay, I probably shouldn't have said that. We love y'all. No, I love y'all. No. But we know you're watching. We know.
That's right.
No, but yeah, that happened. Now Jay's favorite person, Putin, is in esports news.
Of course he is.
Team Spirit won the Dota championship, and good old Putin gave them congratulated them.
Cool.
Which is, for me, it's pretty fucking odd. But I don't want to talk about Putin for this one. I want to talk about Team Spirit, how they were the worst team on the bracket and ended up winning the whole fucking thing. And we've heard stories like this with Kansas City.
Yeah, like the Royals and shit back in a few years ago. Yeah,
we hear in boxing fights, in UFC fights, we hear this shit all the time. And I look, I'm not familiar with Dota. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I know, the anus to the tongue about it. All right, I just fucking. But the story is there. The story is there, and it's powerful that a group of guys who were probably going to chop each other's heads off for being the last team ended up winning.
That's fucking dope. That's dope, and congratulations to them. And I do think, for all the shit I talk about Vladimir Putin on here, it is cool that a world leader would recognize a gaming team. Just to even give them that acknowledgement, says a lot about how far gaming has come.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? In the eyes of, as far as respect is concerned, in the eyes of the world, so
it's very, very interesting stuff, man. And
absolutely.
Yeah. So now we got to get to some bread and butter. So you guys served together. Did you? Were you? Because okay. So you guys were downrange together.
Right. Yeah.
twice. Oh, okay. So we got to hear something that's a you got to give me some juice. You got to give me some juice. So
that's his.
Man, where do we start?
That's his,
where do we fucking squeeze? Because there's a lot of juice.
John,
porta potties.
John, that's his nickname, right? Everybody
Juice.
Everybody calls him
Yeah.
Juice.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's his nickname.
Juice.
You didn't know that, did you?
Well, there you go. There, Juice is here. Ronnie Juice.
Yeah. It's,
Ronnie Jay.
because so. Well, I'm not gonna go into how I got that nickname. It's nothing crazy, but like it's a whole other tangent story.
Can't even go 5 fucking seconds,
dude. Where do we start, man? Like, yeah, me and Jay's relationship, man, it goes back quite some time. What, 6 years now? 7.
It'd be this 6, probably 6. Yeah, 2015 ish. I mean, it would have been. I mean, it would. Well, okay. To be fair, it is almost 7 because I got there in December of 14.
That's right.
But then I went on like 10 days TDY leave and Christmas break. So it was like January 15 probably. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right. So I think when me and him really started hanging out though was because he was in Delta Company.
Right.
And then a bunch of squad leaders or really personnel from Delta Company got. How did that work? Why did you guys come over to Bravo again? I don't know.
Because after Bravo and Delta went on the deployment to Kandahar
2016
when the other half of the battalion went to Kosovo. So when the whole battalion returned from Afghanistan and Kosovo, they shuttled and shifted a lot of the squad leaders and junior non-commissioned officers around the battalion to shore up, I guess what you might call noted deficiencies, or to remove potential problem personnel and see if they can thrive in a different area.
Right.
And then and a lot of times after deployments, you will see units get disbanded almost down to a fraction of the dudes because they don't want to have rogue units out there. And that's really what it comes down to. We were back from a deployment, and when guys deploy together, they get tight. And there's nothing wrong with that. And that's human nature. But in the United States Army, to avoid creating rogue units, you come back from a long tour, you typically get disbanded within 2 to 3 months.
Yeah.
The company stays the same, but all the personnel are fucking gone.
Yeah. Okay. Makes.
And so he comes over our platoon, 2nd platoon. Yeah, 2nd platoon. Or were you in first? I can't remember. Were you in second?
I started in 4th, and then because it was God damn it, just made Master Sergeant. I was in Ponce's platoon.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so
I was in Ponce's platoon, and then see John. This is where sometimes people get shuttled around within a company because when you start becoming a problem in somebody's platoon, like they'll make a trade. Like I got traded. And by the way, this was a very professional trade out. This wasn't
no free agency. This was a trade out.
No, this was a trade out.
A free agency, man.
No, this was a trade out. That made sense for all people. I was not getting along with a lot of the team leaders in that platoon, and I was already not getting along with the platoon sergeant. So I was a team leader at the time. I was not a squad leader. I was a team leader. So I was not getting along with my peers. I got along pretty well with all the squad leaders. Like they were fine. I didn't really get along with platoon sergeant. I didn't really get along with my peers. So, but I wasn't actively fucking with anybody, and they weren't actively fucking with me. It was just personality conflicts. So they made a trade, and they swapped me for another team leader in 2nd platoon. And that's when I went over to Ronnie's platoon.
So we got rid of this fucking opportunity, and I was a big proponent because they were when they were talking about this. I remember our platoon sergeant at the time coming in and telling the squad leaders within 2nd, "Hey, we're going to be getting Campbell, and we're trading out this unnamed NCO." And I was like, "Fuck, that sucks."
Shit!
I said we're good, and I knew Campbell. I didn't know him that well, but I knew he was a good dude. and I said, "Hey, we're getting Campbell. Oh yeah, this is a perfect trade. We're definitely coming out on top on this trade. I don't know if they're."
Yep.
So he comes
Oh,
over.
that's great.
Yeah, and he fits right in, man. Like we were second platoon was a very tight knit platoon, very tight knit, and it was as far as the squad leaders go, there was only 3 squads, first, second, and weapons. No,
Yep.
did we run 4?
Third platoon for the longest time. Third platoon was only for people that were PCSing and freaking on goddamn like with broken legs and shit, fucking profiles and shit, like long-term profiles and PCSs and ETSs.
Okay,
So
and then when we deployed, though, that's when you got your squad.
That's when I became. Well, I picked up staff sergeant in January of 18. So like 2.5 months before we deployed.
Okay, all right.
So like, yeah. So like, and then I became a squad leader, and I assumed the position of squad leader after Anderson left in his absence, and then I went to ALC while you guys were at GRTC.
That's right.
And then came back, got promoted, and then I was a squad leader with you guys, and we deployed.
And Vineyard were the 4 squad leaders. Mm-hmm. And like we were like seriously like brothers. Like we were like fucking we partied like brothers, we fought like brothers, and we leaned on each other like brothers. And still to this day, we have a fucking group chat with all of us in it still.
Yeah, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
It's always gonna like that kind of lifelong brotherhood, that we have. I do anything for Jay and vice versa. I know.
Well, you guys have memories, and you guys make memories that no one else can have. It's like a snowflake. You don't see the same thing twice. So there's probably specific things that you guys did downrange or even stateside,
even in training, yes,
and even in training that it's never the same. So
we committed. I totally fucking spaced out on that shit. We had a lot of fun training. One time we had to get our platoon up on top of this ridge line, and I made my recommendation to the platoon platoon leader. Sir,
shit. I remember this night.
I told our and I don't want to give the lieutenant too hard of a time on this one, but because of what happened later. But I told the LT, sir, if we head south, we can literally walk right up this ridge line. There's no impediments. Like the hill that the ridge comes off of goes right down to the road. We can literally just walk up the ridge line and like stay on. You would want to stay on towards the sides of the hill, John, so you don't silhouette yourself on the top. But we could have easily just
John. And just to set the scene, my bad. I'll cut you off.
Yeah, Ron is always pissed. But
just to set the scene, okay.
Oh boy.
We left off at like 19-20 at night. It's cold as balls, and it had just got done raining, right?
And then it started raining on us again.
Yes. Yeah. And so we're making this movement, and it's a long fucking movement under nods.
Oh, shit.
I don't know if you've ever been to Fort Carson. Have you been to Fort Carson?
No. I've only hit Fort Benning and Jackson and Lee.
Okay, we were out at Red Devil, which is a training area out there.
Yep.
And bro, let me tell you, dude, this fucking hill out was not just a hill. This was like a baby mountain with a cliff face. And the route that was selected was not
against my recommendations, by the way.
Yeah, and it wasn't. All right, so basically the way this is supposed to work, the PL is supposed to trust the lead squad leader and his lead team leader, because that's who makes the routes. Is the team leader. It's approved by a squad leader, and then the PL overlooks it just to make sure that there's nothing, seriously fucked up about the route, and then you execute. Well, that didn't happen. The PL just completely took it over and decided to go a certain way. Well, this fucking certain way went straight up a cliff face, and we ended up scaling this cliff face. Oh my god!
Our whole platoon with rucksacks, with all sensitive items and equipment, John. Like this is like we're talking danger. We're talking dangerous ass shit. Like if somebody had fallen that night, like a lot of careers would have been over. Like if somebody had fallen off that fucking
Are we talking like it could possibly have been a domino effect?
No, we were only going up one at a time, but
shit.
if somebody had ate shit, they would have been fucked.
Right, and that's you're talking about. So there was multiple parts of this cliff face climb that we did.
Yeah, there really was.
Once we got up, because we had to get up this cliff and on the other side, but we're already super elevated because we climbed this long ass hill, right? And then now it's just straight cliff wall, fucking really high up. So now we have to find basically a climbing point on the cliff, which we ended up finding, but there was a part of trying to just find that trail where we're literally back against the wall on this cliff with rucks on, by the way, scooting like this along the cliff because there's nowhere to really walk. So we had to basically like heels to fucking cliff wall and just move to the side one by one.
What was the length of where you're like the length of the floor?
Maybe
because you know
it was less than 2 feet. Less than 2 feet.
Yeah, because we know a rucksack is not a small. It's not a small bag at all. So you know, for those who don't know, and like I'm thinking, you know, you're scooting along like this, and you're saying 2 feet, so you probably have a couple inches of
if
leeway.
You fell forward, you were probably gonna die because that's how fucking high up we were.
Holy shit.
And there was all kinds of like jagged ass rocks and like cactus and fucking sea wire that had been fucking discarded there and shit. Like if you fell that day, dude, if you didn't die, you were gonna be fucked in half. Like in half, dude.
Mind you, this is still at night.
This is all at night. It's dark as fuck. Oh, and by the way, it's still fucking drizzling, raining. Yeah. Like, so we're trying to climb fucking rocks.
So you're risking not to slip off too.
We're trying to climb. We're trying to climb fucking wet rock. Oh, by the way, when we finally got to the top of the cliff face. Me and the two. There were 2 LTs at this point. Me and the 2 LTs got to the top of this cliff face. There was a floating rock. I don't know if you're familiar with the term floating rock. It's where rock is preparing to, like, basically just shear off and fucking fall eventually, like due to erosion and weather. And so you could feel this whole fucking rock like wobble, and it was. When I say a rock, I'm talking like probably a 2-ton fucking boulder, but you could feel the whole fucking thing move when you pulled yourself up onto it. And we had to get a whole fucking platoon on top of that rock. You know what I mean? Like one at a time, basically. So fucking.
We all made it by the graces of
thank God.
Because had anybody failed, it would have been the end of somebody's career. Not mine. Wasn't my decision, but it would have been the end of somebody's career.
So yeah, someone was definitely going to get a write up for that.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, that's pretty crazy. That I could imagine the tension.
Oh,
you know, did you guys look down?
I tried not to, but I did look down at one point, and it was just clear. Just you realize how high up you were, and you could just see straight down into just dark nothingness. And I knew if I fell, I was fucked.
That's even, and just looking down and seeing absolutely nothingness. I mean, you look at the movies, you look at some movies and you see nothing. You see these guys fall into nothingness. You just don't know.
So to put it into a little bit of context, John, normally under these kind of operations, we would never break protocol and like take off our nods and use like red lens or even God forbid, like a white lens flashlight.
Jesus Christ.
It got to a point when we had about probably a third or maybe a half of the platoon up there. It got to a point where we finally just said fuck, and we started using white lens flashlights.
That's how dangerous it got.
It got extremely fucking dangerous. We're like, the first few of us went up and stayed up there pretty much, and then then we did like a laundry line handing off equipment, and then once we got equipment up, people started coming up one at a time, but that part where people started coming up, it started fucking drizzling and raining again. So like the goddamn rock got wet again. Yeah, after it was already fucking wet to begin with. And shit was just dominoing on us that night. And then it ended up working out very, very favorably for our platoon early the next morning. But that moment was one of the hairiest moments I think I ever, including 3 times in Afghanistan. That's one of the hairiest moments I ever had in the Army.
Yeah, 100%. I've been in 13 years. That night, notoriously known as Cliff Night, probably probably one of the sketchiest moments in my life, not just my military career, I've ever been a part of.
that is so interesting to me, and it's so shocking for me to hear that you guys eventually started using white lights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
you know how
because
much of a no-no that is. Anybody?
that's a no-no. That's a big no-no. You
Yeah.
know, anyone could see a white light.
At this point, John, we're straight line distance. We're over a mile from Camp Red Devil, and with our flashlights on, you could easily see us from Red Devil.
And the guys that were still back there at the CP did see us.
Yes, and they were like, "What the fuck are those guys?"
They saw
doing?
us up on that mountain, that cliff face. They're like, "What the hell's going on up there?"
Yep. But we made it.
Yeah.
We fucking made it. I don't know how, but we fucking made it.
I was already shitting in my pants, and then you said you guys started using white lights, and I'm, you know,
that is no shit. That's one of the few times I've actually seen common sense take over in the Army. Like it got to a point where everybody was like, "All right,
this is
everything fucking pump the brakes. Everything stops. We're getting everybody up this fucking cliff before we do anything else."
Yeah.
Like it was like a full fucking stop of everything just to make it happen.
What a fucking asshole that platoon leader was. Holy shit. What an asshole.
That's what the reason I didn't want to disparage him too much is he was actually probably one of the best PLs I've ever had.
Yeah. Yes, he was just a little bullheaded in that moment, but he was a really good PL.
And he just happened to make a kind of a wrong decision in that moment. Now here's where he was redeemed though, John. So believe it or not, he did get some redemption on his decision. Because we made that movement and because of where we climbed, there were, by the way, this is a culminating event of a 3-week field training exercise. So this is a brigade level field training exercise.
Yes.
There were already two strikers on top of that hill on that ridge line.
So there was a battalion of guys from our striker brigade playing.
Who went a different way?
They were playing Op 4. That was our enemy force.
Yeah, that was our enemy force that we were trying to
They were already there. If we had walked the way I wanted to walk, which would have been like hours faster and 1,000 times easier, they would have ambushed us and killed our whole platoon. Instead, because of the way we went, we ended up sneaking up from behind them and taking them out in the middle of the night,
risking your fucking lives.
Yes. So his moment of stubbornness and kind of creating that havoc across the platoon for the next probably 6 hours ish.
Yeah.
Actually saved us in the exercise because we would have gotten wiped out.
That's incredible. You know, hearing that perspective of it, that, you know, because you guys know my story.
Yeah. When you get in the Army, when you get to those higher levels of when you make sergeant, when you make staff sergeant, especially when you make sergeant first class, you start entering more rooms and meetings and hearing different perspectives of how things operate on a bigger level.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where, yes, as a PL, could he have spared the platoon a little bit of a longer walk? And we really didn't know. I told him it's a cliff face. It's like the map showed a trail that was non-existent or was existent years and years ago. That's why we went that way. And that was not his fault because it was an outdated map, obviously.
Yeah.
And I strongly recommended we go this other way because of the ease of which it was literally 10 minutes down the road, and it probably would have taken us about freaking 30 minutes to hike up the cliff face coming, or not the cliff, the ridge line coming down, and the slope. It would not have taken us very long, but we would have gotten fucked. And from a tactical perspective, making that long extra, deep flanking movement, we were able to kind of be the heroes of the battle that night, and then early into the next morning when we made our last stand. Do you remember that, Ronnie? We made our last stand the next morning.
Yeah, we did. I ended up. So we had the nice little firefight. First and foremost, and I don't want to drag this story out because this shit could go for a while, but we ended up that night, right, or the remainder of that night, we found a little area. We set up a patrol base, and we started sleep shifts. But the issue was this area that we've set up our patrol base in, probably you couldn't have picked the worst area. There was literally fucking cactus everywhere. And I don't shit. I'm not even like being facetious here. Bro, this is like literally where like cactus must be born, come from, and then leave to go to other parts of the world. There's cactus every fucking like John, man. Like I'm telling you, I tried to.
Holy shit!
I slept on like a hill kind of thing, and it wasn't. It was cold as shit. So like I'm in my sleeping bag, and I had to put a rock right here to cover up a cactus that was right here. And I'm kind of wedged in between another rock, and there's a cactus in my ass that I've just kind of like at this point just accepted. Like it's already there. As long as I don't,
it's too late.
It's not gonna hurt me. And you know that's kind of what the situation everybody was facing. And then we get attacked, or we actually attacked the next morning. Right. Yeah, that was like our final stand. And
they were making their way through this little valley that this ridgeline overlooked, and so we initiated an attack on them, and then they basically, you know, they did something we didn't expect them to do. We didn't think they were going to fucking rush us, and they ended up rushing. So kudos to the Op 4 on that particular day, because we thought with them and their strikers they were just going to be death before dismount.
Yeah.
And to their credit, they fucking pulled down, they fucking dropped ramp, and a bunch of fucking screaming banshees came fucking yelling at us, and that was kind of cool. So kudos to them on that. But yeah, we attacked them, and then they counterattacked, and we knew we were complete. This was a our platoon's mission amounted to a suicide mission, John. So we
got enveloped.
Yeah. So let me break this down real quick. Training exercise, cliff face, could die.
For real.
So what I'm trying to really put together here is that you guys risk your lives in a training exercise.
Yes.
To get the upper hand. Now here's my next question. Did they see you guys coming? Like, was it a complete like surprise to them?
The initial force, no. That's how we got the drop on them. But anybody who knows combat, once you take a enemy position by surprise, at some point, whether they are able to make a last radio call, like a Geronimo, or we call it a Alamo call, basically letting other units know that they're getting enveloped and they're done for, or that when they don't check up, because you know every unit does radio checks with a larger main element, and they don't sign in for radio checks, eventually they're going to find out, the main force is going to know that you're fucking there and that you've enveloped their force, so they're going to counterattack. So after we attacked and we seized that ground, we set up a patrol base and a defense, and we ended up getting enveloped by the enemy counterattack the next morning.
Intense. I love it.
Oh yeah.
I love hearing things like that, because you know, obviously you guys know I never had the opportunity to deploy. The day I got to my unit, the day I signed into my unit, they just got off the plane from Kuwait. The day I left my unit, they announced that they were going somewhere in the Middle East. So I don't know what happened, you know.
Damn.
Yeah, so
it happened.
You know, I used to say it's a blessing and a curse, you know.
I can see that. Yeah.
You know, but I was able to take part in, you know, very minimal war games and stuff like that. And you know, I was a cook. We didn't have time for that shit. All right. Y'all got to eat.
MKTs in the field, right?
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
Well, actually, in Fort Benning, we had the CK. We had the Containerized Kitchen, which was a giant. It looks like a giant box truck, and you go in and the sides open up and they go down, and there's it's 2 canvases on the side, and there's enough space in the back to cook for a table. There's refrigerators and stoves and shit, and the other side is, you know, the food line. And what's very interesting is that during we'll be in the field, some dumbasses decided to sleep in their CK, in their Containerized Kitchen, and they left the burners on to stay warm.
Oh shit.
You know, that's a big fucking no. So you know that's why you got a fucking whoopee for, you know,
right?
You got a whoopee, you got a sleeping bag for all that shit for a reason. So, but that was probably one of the coolest things. I didn't get to use an MKT that much, to be honest with you, which only in Fort Lee when I did my training. But the CK was that shit, bro. That
Okay.
shit.
Okay.
It you know with a team of 3, you could get it built in 15 minutes.
Dude,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I don't think I've seen those. I've seen the MKTs, but I don't think I've seen a CK.
Yeah, the MKTs are nice.
NTC 2015, Ronnie. There was a CK at at the Pogue Fob, where where was Biko? Because
bro, we were just hanging in the desert, bro.
yeah, I was gonna say because we were deco, so we had vehicles. You know what I mean? So I didn't know if you had been. They had a CK on the fucking Pogue Fob, like.
Oh yeah, I didn't make it there,
freaking-
man.
Yeah.
Not that rotation.
Yeah.
Not
Dude,
that
we had
rotation.
dude, fuck that whole dude. I don't know how we made it, man.
Bro.
Dude, those 4 years were like nonstop, back to back, just up your ass army.
Yeah.
2015, 2016, 2017, and 2018. It was like, I don't even know where those years went, dude. Like
they went by fucking fast, man. Because of those deployments and those training cycles.
That's right. When I came back from Kandahar in 2016, Delilah was 2. I counted up because I still had track of like all of our training events and stuff.
Yeah.
I counted up like how many days I had actually spent with her in her life, basically.
Mm-hmm.
She was 24 months old. I'd spent 4 months with her, and 20 months either away or deployed, basically.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this is why I wear this one over this one.
Oh, baby.
Daily.
Right. That's right. That's right. My last day, you'll be proud to know, Ronnie. You know, I always wore my 4th MEB fucking deployment patch or whatever.
I saw that fucking shit.
Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, Ronnie doesn't like it. You'll be happy to know on my last official day in the Army, I wore my 4th ID deployment patch.
Oh, you wanted to be an infantryman that day? Okay.
Oh,
all right.
This motherfucker. See, I told you, John. I told you they give me shit. They give me shit. That's fucking beautiful.
You know, and it's so cool too because like I'm a 3rd ID cat. I'm a 3rd ID,
okay.
so yeah,
Represent.
you know, so and it's so cool, you know. So when I found out he was in 4th ID, I was like, oh, okay, it works. And then what was even more interesting, going to fucking Kansas City to the World War I Museum, 3rd ID and 4th ID every single time we're right fucking next to each other.
Right.
Yeah, storming the beaches.
Holy shit, Jay! I just fucking realized I never sent you the pictures from Kansas City.
I don't think you have. Holy shit!
Oh my fucking god!
We'll have to do that. Ronnie, I got a question for you because this is one of those things where like, it's kind of unspoken and it's obvious. I think the most obvious answer is, you know, you just let somebody kind of prove themselves. But what is it like for you as an infantryman, either as an NCO or maybe when you were junior enlisted and you saw reclasses coming in? Like, what is that experience like for someone who's been an infantryman from the beginning and seeing somebody come out of a different MOS and say, I want to do what you do, and I'm here now. So what is that experience like for you?
So for me, personally, I look at it depends on the rank because that's gonna, I've seen it go either way. So if you're coming in as an NCO, I look at you like you're been a recruiter for the past 3 years, basically meaning that you're kind of detached from how we do things, and you're probably not going to be all that stellar compared to your peers,
right?
Whatever that rank is that you hold,
unless you play catch up real quick.
Yeah, you either got to be fucking stellar, or you're just going to be probably in the training room or in headquarters platoon real soon. Just because the learning curve's too great at that time, you know?
Right. Well, I asked that question specifically because, like, I always wondered because I was not anticipating making rank after I reclassed so fast, but because we fell into 141, which was standing up, and they had a lack of NCOs, I get sent to the board 3 months after I reclassed. All of a sudden, I'm a sergeant of dudes who've been in the Army as long as me, and they're still specialists. And I'm like, oh,
right.
Ooh-wee, feet to the fire time.
I could see that as a potential, friction point in a platoon.
It was stressful at times. I'm not gonna lie. I had a lot to learn. And I had to learn it quick.
Right. Right. No, I definitely see that. And just being at the drill academy at those last 2 weeks is pretty much all small unit tactics. And the reason they do that is for the MOSs that don't get to do that often.
Right.
And you know, upon graduation, you now have to. You may be the only one, or the only drill around that's going to have to teach this to basic trainees.
Right.
So that's why they harp on small unit tactics and marksmanship so much, because that is primarily what you do in basic training. Is train them for marksmanship and then train them for the fucking 3 field exercises.
How long is basic training now?
It's 9 weeks still.
It is still 9 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now for infantrymen, it's 22 weeks.
Yeah, I do remember they extended the infantryman one, but yeah, that's okay. So
everybody else is still 9.
Okay, so yes, so basically, if you have an MOS that, like you said, didn't spend a lot of time in the field, maybe got a couple of cushy assignments because of their particular MOS, but now they're on drill orders, and you got to live out in the field now for a couple weeks every couple of months with these different training cycles. You got to know what the fuck you're doing, basically, or at least look like you know what the fuck you're doing, right?
Right. You can't just say, "Hey, let me go find the infantry drill or the Cav Scout drill and have them teach this." No, you were at the academy just like the rest of us were. You got a refresher on how this shit works, and now what are you supposed to do? Like any NCO, like any school tells you, this is just the starting point when you graduate. Whether it's fucking any school, whether it's fucking sniper, ranger, whatever, they all say the same shit when you graduate. This is just a starting point. Right. It's on you to not only keep this level of expertise that you're at now, but build upon it.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
What are some of your goals going on the trail for a couple of years and moving forward? Like, what are some of your goals while you're on the trail then?
So my biggest goal is making sure that I fucking build and release, not just myself, obviously with the help of everybody, all the other drills in my platoon, a better product into the Army, or the best product that we can produce and give to the Army. Okay. Because we know firsthand what it's like to have not so stellar soldiers reach the fucking line. And how do we fix that? Where do we fix that? At the beginning in basic training.
Right.
So knowing that, yeah, I'm going to be giving it 100%. It's going to suck giving it 100% every day for 2 years. But I owe that to the military. I owe that to the Army. I do.
I agree 100% with that. That was the me coming down on drill sergeant orders was the beginning of the end of my career, unfortunately. But I would have liked to have been a drill for the exact reason you just said, like to give back basically what the Army gave to me from the beginning, basically. You know,
there's something special with what you guys do. There really is, because you're molding the future of the military. You know, some of those guys are going to be in maybe 6 weeks. Some of those guys are going to be in for the next 16 years.
That's right.
You know, and it's up, you know, and it's up to you to make sure that person gets that motivation and that inspiration to move on that far. That's right. Because I think about my drill sergeant Thomas. You know, a hell of a guy, and you know, when I wanted to go home and walk out, he didn't give up on me, and you know, because of him, he was the reason why I believed in myself because of him. You know, and it takes a good drill sergeant to, you know, to give a shit. You know,
I was gonna say they have to care.
It matters. You know, it really fucking matters. You know, and you know, obviously everyone's all like, oh, I don't want to get yelled at in the face, but they're yelling at you because they give a shit.
Right.
You know, it's for me, I was a bad fucking kid, yo, you know, and for me going in, I didn't even tell my family I signed up for the Army. I didn't even tell them I signed the contract, let alone I didn't tell my wife until 2 months after. Yeah, you know, so I was troubled as fuck. So I needed, and my first son was about to be born. So I needed something hard to fucking, you know, break me. And I needed it. And
absolutely.
I couldn't be any more grateful for the experiences that I had in the military. And a lot of those times I always think about boot camp, because boot camp is where a lot of that shit gets molded. You know,
sure.
You start becoming a new person, and you get help from your instructors, and you know, to see you in this, you know, knowing you as much, you know, for as little as I know you, I think it's very powerful that you're in this spot right now, and I couldn't be any more grateful, man.
I appreciate that.
It's really fucking cool. You know, I have several friends, Drill Sergeant Mabry, good friend of mine that I was in boot camp with. You know, he says the exact same thing as you. You know, to be there for the future to give back in service. You know,
Right, because everybody wants to complain. Not to cut you off, John, but
no,
I'm at
absolutely.
a point like everybody complains, and I was one of those people. Like, man, what the fuck are they doing in basic training? You know, sending us dudes like this, or this motherfucker doesn't even know, what a squad column fire team wedge is. You know what I'm saying? What are they doing? And now you're in the hot seat. I'm talking about myself, right?
Yeah, now it's you.
Yeah. So what am I gonna do? Am I gonna fucking set my battle buddies on the line up for? Because I'm not training infantrymen. I'm training the future FOs, the 13 Bravos, the gun dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys are combat arms guys that work with infantry quite often, and I want to be able to set up, my battles on the line in those field artillery battalions that are attached to infantry brigades.
Cool.
I want to make sure that they're straight, and they're getting dudes that are confident and confident within themselves as soldiers. That starts in basic, man.
Absolutely.
It's a beautiful thing. It's art. It's truly an art. And I can't wait to hear some of the moments that you are going to face, because there's going to be some interesting.
He's got it coming.
I'll tell you my favorite moment that I had in boot camp. I needed I forgot what it was. I had to go to I think I had to go to med call or something, and it was late at night. And I pulled my battle buddy, and I remember walking into, because we were in the trailers in Fort Jackson, and I remember going into the little trailer and seeing the chair. All I see is the back of the chair of where the drill sergeant is. He's sitting down like this, it like just like that, and I'm thinking, oh my fucking God, he's gonna kill me. This guy's in fucking supervillain mode. And he turns around slowly, and he was like the most intimidated drill sergeant too. So I'm thinking, oh shit, I'm just gonna go back to my trade. He's like, what do you want, private? I'm good. I'm just gonna go right back to the trailer. I'm good. So I can't wait to hear stories. I can't wait to hear stories like that. I do have one question for you.
Yeah.
I did a very bad thing in basic training, and I dumpster dove for a whole box of MRE candy. Okay.
Oh.
Now, what is the corrective training if you see that? Or for what happened to us, we got caught with it in our drop ceilings too. So what's the punishment?
Okay.
Make the walls sweat.
I have to make sure I'm careful about what I say here.
No, of course.
The right answer, if I saw that, right, there's a couple different options. I can make this a mass punishment thing, right? Because obviously, if you're out here, your battle buddies know that you're out here and they're covering for you right now. And I just happen to catch you. Or I can make this an individual event. Knowing me, and it really depends on where we're at in training. Like, if we're at the beginning, red-white phase, I'm about to make this a whole fucking family effort. If this is a blue phase thing, I'm just gonna make this an individual thing. But I'll explore the family effort scenario. I'm gonna stop you. I'm gonna grab the rest of the platoon, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have you stay right there with your little box of fucking goodies right by you, and then I'm gonna have you eat them. I'm gonna pick one.
Yes.
While the platoon's in formation, and as you're eating your M&Ms or your fucking whatever the fuck goodies, fucking what is it, chocolate chip cookies they got in there now, and all this other bullshit. I'm going to smoke the dog shit out of the platoon in front of you. Right, all exercises that come out of FM 7-22, by the way, right, and all those authorized exercises, until you finish your snack, and then I'm gonna have them sit in the front leaning rest. Just
the flutter kicks,
right, and then I want you, and then I'm gonna have this soldier explain to them why you were so hungry to the point where you had to go dumpster dive for these snacks, and I want you to explain that to your battle buddies while they're sweating their dicks off. Looking at you.
That's great.
And because I know what's going to happen after I release them. They're going to go back in the barracks and they're going to fuck this kid up. Not physically, but they're going to get in him. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah. You know?
That's right.
Because that's not fucking teamwork.
Right.
You know, the team, yeah, and that's great, you know, because that's exactly what I would expect if I had gotten caught. You know, but we listen, we were cleaning the Thunderdome, all right? And I saw an opportunity and I jumped inside that fucking dumpster and I ate that Skittles, all right? And there was 4 other privates that came up to me. I'll never forget these 4 privates. These 4 guys came up to me. They were just like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I threw the candy at them and I said, "You're all a part of this now." So, listen.
Yeah, you make sure that everybody's in.
Otherwise,
all right. There's a potential loose end you got to tie up.
Yeah,
Jay.
What?
Now we're coming up to the end, unfortunately. We're going to have to do a part 2 of this.
I think we are.
You know, or we're just going to have to do a DD214 Gaming Stories.
Yeah, maybe. Hey, that works too, man.
Yeah.
You
know, so can you do cadence on the spot? If I give you I'm going to give you 2 popular heavy metal songs. I'm going to put them up right here on the screen. Jay, do not read the lyrics.
Because How am I okay, I'll just put my head down.
Yeah, because I don't know. Because I think if you read the lyrics, you're going to know the song.
It's easier?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to work this screen where I can see it. Because right now the recording. Oh, there it is.
Oh, yeah.
I can see it. Can you guys still see me?
Well, your hand is in the way, but yeah, we see you.
Okay. All right. So you want me to like say these lyrics, but in the melody of a cadence?
Yes.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, this game is called Guess That Cadence.
One life, I'm gonna live it up. I'm taking flight, I said. I'll never get enough. Stand tall. I'm young and kind of proud. I'm on the top as long as the music's loud. If you think I'll sit around as the world goes by, you're thinking like a fool, 'cause it's a case of do or die. Out there is a fortune waiting to be had. You think I'll let it go, you're mad. You've got another thing coming. I tried, man. That was it. That was the best I could do with that.
All right. Is it you got another thing coming? John?
Yep, that's it.
You got another thing coming.
All right.
Yeah, you got it, dude.
Yeah, it was in the lyric. Hang on. We got to guess. Come here, Coco. Come here. It's okay. Come here, Coco.
Good job, Ronnie, by the way. Good job. That was actually pretty good.
This is Coco, and Coco runs on batteries.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
That's pretty baller.
Hey, Coco. Yeah, this is my mom's dog. Now the final song. I'm hoping this one's a little bit harder.
Oh, shit. And the road becomes my bride.
Oh, there we go.
I have stripped of all but pride. So in her I do confide. And she keeps me satisfied. Gives me all I need. And with dust and throat I crave. Only knowledge will I save. To the game you stay a slave. Roamer, wanderer, nomad, vagabond. Call me what you will, yeah.
All right, Jay.
It's Wherever I May Roam by Metallica.
You son of a bitch.
God damn, bro. Dude, he's on it. You can't do this shit with metal songs with Jay.
I gotta start doing pop songs.
I'm not even really that big of a Metallica fan to begin with, but that's
I know.
But that's a pretty from my era. To be fair, like that's a very very famous Metallica. That's they still play it on the fucking radio all the time.
Yeah, and it's funny because like he did that was a really good cadence, and the one that the one I was thinking in my whoa, shut up, Coco.
Yeah, Coco.
Like the one I was thinking was, and the road becomes my bride. I have stripped of all but pride. Like I was thinking that one too, but he went the rhythmic route. Mm-hmm. Oh, this stupid fucking. Come on.
John's about to beat some dog ass. Just kidding. We do not advocate, the harming of any pets here on DD214 Gaming. So yeah.
No, yeah. So, but yeah, we're here. Yeah. That Ronnie, that was great, man. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I did the best I could with that.
Yeah. So we are okay, guys. So, unfortunately, we're fucking here at the end. But like Jerry Seinfeld, like Jerry Seinfeld says, always leave them wanting more. This is not the end of Ronnie Jay.
I think we are definitely gonna have to do a part 2 of this.
Yeah, this is definitely gonna be going down. Before we get to the to the usuals, I want you guys to know, check out www.linktree.com/DD214 Gaming. All our links are on there, guys. Every single one of them. YouTube, Apple, Facebook, Discord. I think I have to update the Discord link, but everything is up there, guys. Click on the link tree today. Subscribe to our YouTube, subscribe to the podcast. And in fact, if you go on our Anchor website, you could leave a voicemail and tell us what you fucking hate about us. We want to hear it.
It's like an ice complaint.
Like you fucking man, you guys fucking suck.
And just so you guys know, we are the HR department, okay? So that's what's gonna happen. Leave a voicemail. Give us a boot camp story, but you can leave voicemails on our Anchor today, and also answer the polls and the quiz. Also, if you're running out of fucking energy, you need a little pump for your dump. Use discount code DD214 Gaming on Rogue Energy today. We got flavors for days, guys.
This shit'll fucking make you dumb. This shit'll fucking make you fucking like taste colors and fucking and hear all kinds of fucking demonic shit. It's gonna be awesome.
Look at this. And that's coming from the energy drink dude. Like that's all Jay fucking survived.
Yeah, I mean, guys, look, I got it all right here.
I've gotten a lot better, Ronnie. I've gotten a lot better.
We got fruit punch. We got grape popsicle.
Oh, I love purple.
Yeah, there you go. We also have strawberry lemonade, which has
that fucking Sunny D commercial. Like the poor fucking black kids in the back. It's like, man, fuck. I wish they'd fucking go for that purple shit, yo. God fucking damn it. Fucking goddamn it.
And we also have strawberry lemonade, which has 300 milligrams of caffeine. So if you're really trying to get that pump for your
300 milligrams,
so if you're really trying to get that pump for your dump, you want this strawberry lemonade, guys.
Dude, this shit will fucking explode your heart. Like fuck yeah, dude. Like, get that shit.
Do not.
You imagine taking that shit before a Monday morning run.
Let me tell you something,
I had a rule, man. Like it was one of two things. It was either freaking don't drink anything at all aside from like a little bit of water.
Yeah.
Or if I drank an energy drink, it had to be like an hour before we started PT.
Oh shit.
Because I'd get what do you call that shit? Like the jitters, except like while you're running, if you can imagine that. Like it's not.
Well, fuck, man, with 300 milligrams of caffeine, I mean, you're either gonna break your personal PR on the 2 mile or you're gonna die. I mean, either one.
Dude, one of the other. I mean, hey,
dude, let me tell you something.
I'm hearing win-win here. I'm hearing win-win.
Hey, listen, it's a sponsorship, and let me tell you, Rogue Energy. My wife drove from New Jersey to Kansas City, drinking Rogue Energy, 300 milligrams of caffeine, and she fucking made it. She did not let me drive once. So, that goes to show. And I actually got a commercial coming out for that soon when we look into season 3. We're gonna, guys, we're gonna have commercials.
You're gonna feel like you're higher on meth than an ice road trucker. Like,
and Rogue Energy, man, these guys are fucking. Like they're on top of it, and they're definitely sending people back through time if they're putting people on 300 milligrams of caffeine.
And guys, it's if you don't want caffeine, you can get the fruit punch. It's just there for hydration. And you know, guys, we're all here for laughs, but you know, we got to get down to the brass tacks, and we got to get a little serious real quick. 22 a day. 22 a day. That number is still there. You know, there's somebody, we lose somebody every single day. We have to, you know, I'm not trying to sound a little crazy right now, okay? But the Mercury retrograde just ended. You know, so if you, so a lot of people were going through a lot of emotional shit during this time. It usually happens in September.
Okay.
I don't understand much of it. It has something to do with the moon and Mercury and your body.
Almost sounds like seasonal affective disorder.
It does sound a lot like that. And during this time, a lot of people were going through a lot of life-changing experiences, taking forks in the road that's going to be the rest of your life, whether good or bad. I don't know what was going on other than going out of the army, but like for you, Jay, you finished the military. So that was your, you know, that was one of your forks.
Yes. I mean, yes, obviously. I mean, I had to make a choice in 2020. Which I made, and I signed what's called a deck statement. And yeah, everything from then up until about 20 days ago was leading up to me getting out of the army officially, basically.
Yeah, and this all happened during the retrograde. There were a lot of crazy things were happening. There were a lot of suicides during the retrograde, and the retrograde is over. And you know, again, I'm not trying to sound crazy or anything, but you know, when it comes to certain things about, you know, emotions and how things around you affect the way you feel in your body, it's not false, you know. Depression does not discriminate. Stress does not discriminate. Pain does not discriminate. It comes for you and it eats you up. It doesn't matter what you look like, how you feel. It doesn't matter what you dress like, or if you like to put body ink on your body like I did today.
Right.
You know, it comes at you and it gets you. I fucking myself had 2 mental breakdowns within the last 2 weeks. And today and yesterday, I'm back to 100%. And I can't thank you enough, Jay, for reaching out to me, and also you, Ronnie Jay, because you did reach out to me too. You know, you did ask me how I was doing and stuff like that. And I appreciate that, you know, and that's what it's all about, because we're all that we got.
That's right.
That's absolutely right.
That's exactly right.
You know, we're all that we got, guys. So, you know, the number is 1-800-273-8255. 1-800-273-TALK. You could call them. You could text them. They want to hear your story today. If you guys want to add in anything to that.
This topic, unfortunately to me, is something I'm very acquainted to. I've lost 3 friends from various units, all to suicide over the years. This individual right here was practically my little brother. His name was Daniel McBride, and he took his life in 2017, and I just talked to him that week. And it's one of those things, man, where you don't expect it. Obviously, there's not a lot of telltale signs, when, at least from my experiences, from people I've known who've done it. And that's why it's important that if you're feeling like even an inkling that is the route you want to go, you need to reach out, because it could get to a point where you feel like you're just going to do it, and you just do it. So right. Before it gets that far, please reach out. Please use that number. Fuck, you can call me, or you can fucking hit me up on Facebook. I don't give a shit. I'll talk to you, and I don't even know you, but we're bonded because we're all brothers and sisters in arms, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Absolutely, that's exactly how it should be. You know what I mean? Like it's unfortunate we have these conversations and that it is all too familiar with us. You know what I mean? And it sucks, and it's sad every time. It is sad every time. That's really all I can say about that one.
Yeah, and guys, you know, next week is a holiday. We actually have 2 holidays next week. We're coming in. Well, actually, for some 3, Devil's Night.
Fuck yeah.
Which I know Jay considers a fucking holiday. We
My
also
daughter's
have.
birthday.
There
Yeah,
you go.
even more fuck yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
actually, my daughter's birthday's tomorrow, so
Oh,
you know
shit.
we got a lot of
Halloween, baby.
we got a lot of Scorpios up in here, man.
Yeah.
You know, I'm in trouble now. We got Halloween next week, which guys tune in next week. Me and Jay do not know what we're gonna be for Halloween. I don't know what he's gonna be. He doesn't know what I'm gonna be, and it's gonna be something else. So
Oh, that's awesome.
And we will be live next week. We will be live, and we appreciate everybody's patience with us while we're doing a lot of different stuff, kind of behind the scenes. And when we pre-record, it's just in order to make sure that we are still delivering content weekly, and not to put anybody out. And we do enjoy being live a lot more than we do probably enjoy pre-recording. But we have good guests like Ronnie Jay able to come on and do this. It was special, and we liked it. So pre-recording is just as good as being live in my book. So yeah.
yeah. So yeah, guys, catch us next week. We'll see you guys next week. Enjoy the episode. Follow, like, subscribe, share, all that beautiful stuff. And you know, don't forget to kiss the homies goodnight, swallow the homies
Swallow the
goodnight.
homies
Yeah,
goodnight.
you know,
Swallow the
whatever.
homies goodnight.
Which you know, with whatever
Who the
you
fuck-
prefer.
You gotta go. If you're gonna do it, you might as well just go all fucking in, bro. Fucking all right.
Oh man, dude.
All right.
And to that, ladies and gentlemen, peace out.
Yep.
Oh, you have one more thing to say?
I just wanted to say thank you guys for having me on the show. I'm a huge fan. I've been watching probably for like a year now, maybe longer than that.
Probably about a year at least.
Yeah.
This
really
is just the fucking beginning.
Yeah, man. I fucking stoked to be on the show. Thank you for the opportunity, and it was awesome.
Appreciate you, man.
Dude. No, thank you for being there from the start. Being there for the tea, being there for the good times, the bad times, and still sticking it out, man. So know, if I consider you a part of that foundation as well, because as far as I'm concerned, I'm still the baby of the group, you know. I still consider myself the baby of the group. So you know, thank you for all your support, for interacting with us, being a part of this family, man. Yeah, we won't forget that shit, bro.
Absolutely, brother.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate you, Ronnie.
Appreciate you too, Jay. You sexy motherfucker.